Hey guys, I'm sure at least some of you are as excited as I am when it comes to what is going on in the click world. Guys, he's straight up telling us the story. If you haven't watched I Am Clancy yet, please go do that and then come back here to learn more. I am Clancy. In some ways, no new information was really given in this video, except for the fact that Clancy is returning to Trench. Clancy reveals that Nico was betrayed, and then we are shown Keon's and his murder. This goes back to a theory that I'm not sure I ever shared on this channel. In any case, the theory is that Keon's, being the Bishop of Control, didn't like that Nico was in charge of everything, especially of Clancy. So Keon's took the matter into his own hands, and, well, you saw what happened. Nico remained in charge. The political shifting and turmoil allowed for some of Dima's citizens to escape. For Clancy, that wasn't anything new. In the beginning of the video, we hear the cozy version of The Outside playing in the background. The Outside is where we first learned about seizing, so that makes sense. The story hangs in the balance between what the bishops do with that power and what Clancy does with the power. So, Clancy says he's going back to Trench. Again. What's different this time, dude? I think we all know the answer to that question. There's no above or under or around it, meaning the only way out is through it. I'm so excited to see what this means for the story. We know it's going to be dark, and that just makes it even more exciting for me. Now, some theorizing. Clancy is the only non-bishop who is capable of using the powers displayed in The Outside. He's the main character. He's quote-unquote died and resurrected, and now he's breaking the cycle. Let's remember Clancy as hope. We were told in the very beginning that the story of Dima was based on what Tyler felt a world without a god would be like. In the most literal of ways, Dima is straight up hell. But the thing about Dima being empty of a god is that it leaves room for something else. Clancy, my friends, is that something else. If you all don't know about Clancy being a quote-unquote Christ figure, please check out my previous video on the subject. Clancy isn't just hope, he's a special hope. One that many might say they have because of their faith in God. Now, Clancy told us who he was, but not in as simple of terms as one might think. I am Clancy, he says. I am a citizen. I am an escapee. I am an exception, and so on. Every time Clancy describes something about himself, he very clearly uses the words I am, for a total of 12 times in the video. Who cares? I do, because Clancy said something else 12 times, guys. Clancy says hope for a total of 12 times in his letters. Put them together and you get I am hope. Also, the number 12 is really important biblically. There were 12 apostles, 12 tribes of Judah, and more. The meaning of 12 is that it symbolizes God's power and authority, as well as serving as a perfect governmental foundation. It can also symbolize completeness. Governmental foundation definitely reminds me of Dima. What about you? Clancy is definitely shaking things up. So, I hope I don't put any of this incorrectly. So if there are any Christians, or more importantly, Jewish people who know better about this subject than me, please feel free to chime in, especially if I get something wrong. Okay guys, one of the biggest crimes that Christ committed, and one of his last crimes, was speaking the words I am when he was being interrogated. This was a crime in that time and place because speaking those words was the same as speaking the name of God, which was very incredibly against the Jewish law. This is because I am, was, and is considered the name of God. Christ not only said the name of the Lord, but he also claimed it as his own. Now, For quite some time now, I've viewed Clancy as the Christ figure of this story. The thing about Christ figures is that the key to that identity is self-sacrifice. Most specifically, death. But what also is pretty much a requirement for a character to be a Christ figure is for him to come back from death to life. I bring this up today because I haven't been reminded of this for quite some time until this video. Right now, we have a lot to think about. I'm sure that I will be coming back with a much more polished theory video, but I just had to get something out today, especially with the 12 I ams and hopes. Please subscribe and check out my older videos in the meantime. I'll be back soon. See ya!